You know what? This is the time of year roofing companies start to slow down. And so the less than honest ones will be pulling all kinds of tricks to try to drum up business. You know, they knock on your door sometimes, say they have leftover material, or they solicit you in some way. By the way, I'm not in favor of soliciting. I think that it's all right if someone solicits you, but then you have to do your homework. To explain what to look for in a reputable roofer, we asked a local roofer, Dan Cupit, the owner of Professional Roofing Exteriors, to come here and to talk about it. Because, Dan, it bothers you when your industry is sleazed up.
Oh, absolutely, Tom.
Any good roofer hates that.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I'm on the Colorado Roofing Association State Licensing Committee. And
is that important, the association?
It's very
membership?
Important. Very important. Membership in those associations.
Colorado Roofing
Association.
Association.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about what you outlined as some important points I think we should go over, and then we'll talk about Professional Roofing and Exteriors. How long have you been in business?
We've been in business going on 11 years, incorporated in January of 2005.
And you don't chase storms? You're just here?
We stay here. Local.
Okay. Now, licensing, very important.
Extremely
important. Where do
important.
they find out about licensing?
Well, right now, every contractor is licensed through the local municipalities, and we're licensed through everywhere in Denver Metro, southern and northern Colorado.
So if you live in Lakewood and somebody, there's a Lakewood license, an Aurora license, a Denver license?
Yes, there is.
So you have to check to make sure it's your license.
Yes.
And insurance is important.
Insurance is extremely important, Tom, because a lot of companies aren't actually insured for all the work that they do, and it's hard to get. We do all types of steep and low slope roofing, and we're insured for every bit of work that we do. It's not cheap, but it's very important to protect the homeowner.
It's very important, especially if you did damage to a home.
Absolutely.
You have liability, plus you have workers' comp, and you have all the important insurances.
Yes, we do.
And when you pick up someone in the morning on day labor, not you, but another company, they don't have these people insured.
They can't be certain of it.
Now, so let's talk about certified. What does certified mean? Because we hear this all the time, but what exactly does certification mean?
Well, certified means that the manufacturer has certified you that you are qualified to install their product.
Do manufacturers actually certify? Each manufacturer has a certification?
Almost all of them do, yes.
So you can ask, you can say, look, you're putting certain teat on my roof. Are you certified?
Absolutely.
And so do you have a certificate?
Yes, we do.
And can I call a manufacturer or a supplier and say, hey, do you know about Professional Roofing? Do you know about Dan?
As a matter of fact, Tom, if you go to the GAF Elk website, we're a Master Elite Contractor.
That's GAF supplier.
Pop in your zip code, we'll come up on top.
Good. So I can actually ask suppliers, I can ask manufacturers. Let's talk about local. You know, so many roofers say they're local, but they bought a name.
That's right.
So how do I verify you're local?
It's easy. You can go to the Secretary of State and look up the company to see when they registered. I myself am born and raised in Arvada, Colorado. I've been here my whole life.
And there's nothing wrong with asking questions. Now, we talked about this right in the beginning, membership in associations. And you say that the Colorado Roofing Association is very, very important. So we'll go to the next point, associations. What do you think?
Well, the Colorado Roofing...
What does it do?
The association helps make sure that contractors are educated and that they're doing their job. They're there to service the contractor and the industry. The Colorado Roofing Association is the local association. We also have a national association, the National Roofing Contractors Association, and that association sets the industry standards for manufacturers, installers, and also help with writing code.
Okay, and then let's talk about the Better Business Bureau. They keep track of complaints. And I've always said it's pretty easy to get a good rating with the BBB if you simply answer your complaints. So it's a bad sign when you're not on good standing with them.
That's right. The Better Business Bureau is very fair how they rate companies. It's not easy when you do a lot of roofs. We do over 1,000 a year, but we do have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau.
And you say pushiness. You don't like pushy, not pushy. Don't be pushy. When they say if you sign today, blah, 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 right? Sign today, sign today.
If somebody's being pushy, there's a reason. You need to look behind that and see why they're being pushy. Check them out. Always check out the contractor before you do work with them.
And I'm going to add a couple of my own too, but knowledgeable, obviously. Ask about all different products. Make sure they know their product.
That's right. That's right. Make sure they're knowledgeable. Through GAF Elk, you get rated based on how you perform, but also your knowledge and how you train your personnel. A lot of the manufacturers and industry professionals do keep track of how roofing contractors do, and it's important that you check and make sure that your contractor is qualified.
Does it matter what manufacturer you use? You mentioned GAF Elk, and there's all kinds of great manufacturers, but does it matter?
It does matter. There's 4 major manufacturers and several smaller manufacturers. The reason we choose JFL is because of the oldest and largest manufacturer in the world. They've been around since 1883.
And it's all right to ask, who is your main manufacturer?
Right. They should do that. There's quality manufacturers out there, and the contractors should be very familiar with their manufacturer.
And you'll give references?
Absolutely. Yes, we do.
Now, references meaning the last job you did or a job from 3 years ago?
We have jobs dating back 10 years ago.
Okay, and
yes.
You don't mind telling people that you've gotten approval that you can show the references?
Absolutely.
Because I don't like when people say, well, for privacy means I can't give you references. That's a lot of bull.
No.
Because any good roofer is going to ask them.
We have people that volunteer to be references for us.
Right. One of the things I wanted to say, the practice of shoving these blank contracts in people's face and say, sign it. There's nothing on there.
Right.
They just tie them up. They knock on the door and tie them up. And then they have stiff penalties.
Right. Here's the thing. If you sign a contract, you want to know what you're signing. We require our reps and our gentlemen that represent us to make sure they explain it to the homeowner.
Here's some of your before and after, by the way.
Right, so that they understand. Mm-hmm. But you can see, this is some of our work before and afterwards.
And you give a 5-year warranty on labor?
We do a 5-year labor warranty.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and our warranties can be extended up to 50-year lifetime, full system plus warranty on your entire roof.
Wow.
This photo here is a multi-family complex we do in Frisco.
You can do big jobs like that.
Yes, we do. We do all sizes.
What does it mean, 5-star roofing system?
5-star roofing system means that we're one of very few companies. We use synthetic felt. We replace everything on your roof, and we give you upgraded warranty. But we do our own 40-point inspection program. It used to be 35 points before, during, and after your installation.
And you have full-time crews of your own?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
That's important. And what is the 35-point inspection system?
Well, what that means is that we're inspecting different parts of your roof to make sure not only that your roof looks good for you, but that it has the integrity that it needs, that we're willing to put our stamp of approval on it and give you that 5-year warranty. And if it doesn't meet our standards, we're going to do what it takes to make sure it does, whether you know about it or not, so that you get a quality roofing installation.
So you call yourself Professional Roofing and Exteriors. So let's talk about the exterior part. What do you do? Since you're there, you probably do gutters?
We do gutters, we do soffit, fascia, siding, windows, decks.
Oh, you do?
Fencing. We do complete exteriors.
Now, by the way, to have a roofer that knows how to do gutters and fascia and soffits, very, very important. Of course, the other stuff's added value, but it's very important because if a roof is put on and you have bad gutters, it can back up and it can cause damage. Soffits and fascia often rot because you've had a bad roof. So it's good to have a complete job that you can depend on one call and one company. And as you heard, they did other things. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to have the experts, Dan Cupit's experts. Now, are they from your company, all of them?
Yes, they are.
Okay, Professional Roofing Exteriors. What do you hope people call and ask today?
Well, I hope they call and ask about any issues they may be having with their roof, or if they have questions on what type of roof to select, or if they have more questions on a contractor. Leaks, absolutely.
Do you do leak detection for roofs? Because
Yes,
that's a pain.
Both residential, commercial, steep,
Do you
flat
charge
roofs.
for that if I have a leak and I want you to come out and see what's wrong with it?
We don't charge for the inspection, no.
Okay. So if you want to call an expert today for the rest of the hour, it's 303-771-HELP. There they are. Ask any question you want. You may have something that you've signed and you didn't know what you did and who the roofer is. These guys also know their fellow members. 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. And you can call for a free inspection of your roof or your exterior. So that means siding, windows, soffits, fascia, gutters. And when they're not here, you can call them at 303-420, and that's 0986. 303-420-0986. Online, professionalroof.com, professionalroof.com. But remember, for the rest of the hour, 303-771-HELP, 303-771-4357. Paula?